So what we're going to do is I think it's helpful. Yeah, Ben's rewriting it. Well, first of all, can we multiply them together? Can we do, what are the dimensions of this one? This is a, careful, 2 by 3. This is a 3 by 1. Am I allowed to multiply them? Sure, yerp, because my 3's match. What's my answer going to be? It's going to be a 2 by 1. You're like, what the heck is that even going to look like? Oops. It's going to be a 2 by 1. So I know it's annoying to rewrite these. Oliver, way to go. I mean, it's just what we got to do. We got to rewrite them. So I'm going to go rewrite 5AB, -1, 0, BA. Why did I write BA instead of AB? I don't know, you guys. And then I'm going to put my other one above it. And I'm going to say B for 2B. And then I know my answer is going to be a 2 by 1. That is just 2 rows, whoosh, 1 column. That's it. And actually, we might want to make this a little fatter because I think that these answers are going to be a little lengthy. So don't forget to multiply matrices together. We're going to take everything in that row times everything in that column. And then we're going to add them up. Ew! What is 5AB times B?
5AB squared.
5AB squared. Listen to how 5AB squared. So I'm just going to write that down because that's a lot. 5AB squared. What's going to be multiplied next? Yeah, -1 and the 4 is going to get me -4. So I'm just going to write -4 plus 0. So we could just end right there, you guys. It is not as pretty of an answer as we got yesterday, but it's fine. And let's go do the same thing for this bottom row and that column. Let's go multiply these together. What's B times AB? B squared A, or could I say AB squared? Sure could. If we wanted to go alphabetical order, AB squared. Plus 20B minus, nice, 2B or not 2B. So what could this final answer simplify to be? 5AB squared minus 4. We can't do anything with that on top. What about on the bottom? AB squared plus 18. You got it. That would be my final answer. Every time, because I appreciate you bringing that up. 20B minus 2B would be 18B. We're going to learn something about a determinant today in a matrix. Check this out. A matrix could have our little bars that we're used to. But then, look, don't these kind of look like absolute value bars over here? These ones look like absolute value. Regardless of how you're given the function, the matrix rather, to find the determinant, you always take A times D minus B times C. Weird. We're always going to do this diagonal from top left to bottom right minus B times C. When they give it written like this, with the absolute value looking bars, they don't have to say determinant. DET stands for determinant. So whenever you're given just these big bars like this, push, push, they just want the determinant, which is going to be what times what minus what times what here? 8 times 6 minus 4 times 7. Perfect. What are we going to get? What's that going to get us? 48 minus 28, final answer? Yeah, perfect. That's called the determinant. The determinant we're going to need on Monday, but right now let's just learn how to find it. If it's given in the matrix bars, you still do the same thing, but they have to distinguish that they want you to find the determinant by doing, again, A times D minus B times C. What's that going to get us? What times what? Love it. Minus a -12. So -14 minus a -12. Yes, those minus the negatives will turn into a positive. We just get -2. Sound good? Does it get a little bit more complicated if I have a 3 by 3? Whoa! Now, like you said, you wanted a highlighter. Gosh, I feel like a highlighter is nice here. I'm going to explain this, and I promise it looks way more confusing than it actually is. Check this out. Do you agree? We've got a 3 by 3 here. Check this out. Hey, Ben, where did that top row go? A, B, C. You agree with that? But check this out. This little b always has to be the opposite of whatever its value is. So you guys, can you remind yourself, be like, always have to do, or surprise, whatever we got to do, it's always minus or just negative. Like, it's always the opposite of whatever that b is.
But what if the B's?
Yeah, good call. So if my b was a -4, I would put +4.
What if the B's 0?
Oh yeah, then 0 times anything. Yeah, it doesn't matter the sign. Great question. So that one's definitely important to pull attention to. Then here's what I want to show you with my handy dandy iPad. If I pull this A out front, like I did here, A is here. Look at what happens when I get rid of A's column and row. Look what's left here. Don't those match there? E, F, H, I? Okay. And then with B, if I pull B and I do the opposite of it, and I get rid of its row and column, do you agree I have a D, G, F, I left? Whoa, this is why I just wanted to show this to you today. We will master it then on Monday. We're going to practice it a little today, and then we'll master it on Monday. Then C comes out here. If I get rid of its row and column, do you agree D, E, G, H is what I have left there? We can do it. Again, it's kind of tedious, but we can do it. I wouldn't say it's hard, it's tedious. Let's go practice this. So, what are my A, B, and my C here? I've got a -4 that I'm going to say, all right, I'm pulling this A out. If I got rid of -4's row and column, what's left? -1, 3, 4, -3. Do you guys agree with that? We okay with the first one? Okay. Let's go do B. My B was -6. What should I write? +6. Very good, you guys. I'm going to say +6. If I were to get rid of B's row and column, do you agree I'd have a 5, 3, -2, -3? When you're down with that, great. And I know it's easier for me to do with this handy dandy iPad. If I got rid of my C, row and column, do I have a 5, -1, -2, and 4 left? Okay, you guys, now is this cute little 2x2 in this form up here. So now that we have little 2x2s, we can just do A times D minus B times C. So this is the last thing we're going to do today. My little -4 is chilling. What would I have? What minus what for this determinant? 3 minus 12. I'm going to write that right here. 3 minus 12. If someone writes -9, that's okay. But I think showing our steps is helpful. Then I'm going to say +6 times what minus what? -15 minus -6 is -15 plus 6. Awesome, Hayden. Last one. 2 times 20 minus a +2 would just be 20 minus 2. Is it going to be tempting to do like, 2 minus 20? The order does matter since we're subtracting. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a +2 as well? -1 times -2?
Right. So she said it's this diagonal minus whatever I get here.
Oh, yeah.
And since I agree, whatever I get here is positive in this case. So it would be 20 minus a 2. Good call, Hayden. A lot of room for mistakes. Tucker's got his calculator out. That's fine too. We got a -4 times a -9 and a 6 times another -9 and a 2 times a 18. And we could totally use our calculator. 36 minus 54 plus 36. 18.
Wait, how'd you get the numbers over there?
Yes, good call. I just simplified my 3 minus 12. And then my -15 plus 6. And my 20 minus 2.